Hi, and welcome back to another video. And today I will be talking about how the Pennsylvania Senate race has now entered a recount. Yes, a recount. So there's going to be a whole recount here. It has entered the recount territory, as you can see on this Fox News article. The Pennsylvania Senate race triggers recount, with McCormick projected to win and Casey yet to concede. Senator-elect Dave McCormick ahead by more than 26,000 votes, as Pennsylvania Senator Bob Casey has yet to concede. So we have some news outlets that have predicted, or I'm sorry, projected that Republican opponent Dave McCormick will defeat Democrat Senator Bob Casey, and Bob Casey has lost re-election here. So we have a lot of new outlets projecting that, including Fox News itself. Some others, I believe, CNN, MSNBC, ABC, all of them. You usually, but I believe Associated Press as well. See here if it can come up. Yeah, you can see the 53 here, which would include Pennsylvania. So the Associated Press has called it. But the interesting thing is, who hasn't called it is Decision Desk. And usually Decision Desk are ones that call it right away. As you can see here, Republicans only have 52, and they have yet to call the race for Dave McCormick in the Pennsylvania Senate race. And this race has gotten so close, so close. Look at that. McCormick only leads Casey by under half a point, and it has entered the recount territory where there has been a recount triggered. However, the McCormick campaign has declared victory. However, the Casey campaign says that every vote needs to be counted. Yet we need to respect every count of the Pennsylvania citizens or the voters. And so Bob Casey is demanding that every vote to be counted and to wait till we call a projection. However, the McCormick campaign has already declared himself, or Dave McCormick's already declared himself Senator-elect, and he's already entered the Senate to vote on the, he went to go vote on the new Majority Leader John Thune. Well, he's not Majority Leader yet. He's just more Majority Leader-elect until everyone is sworn in January. So we still have a couple months to go until he is actually Majority Leader. But still, David McCormick was finally allowed to enter the Senate as Senator-elect, along with every other Senator-elect that won as Republicans, to elect John Thune as the Majority Leader. So, so many outlets have already called and declared that Bob Casey will lose re-election. However, Bob Casey has refused to concede the race, and he just wants to count every single vote, as it's very close. You can see the margin is close. McCormick leads Casey by under half a point. But however, like I said, many news outlets have already called this race for McCormick. I believe CNN has already called this. Look at 98% reporting, and McCormick on CNN leads Casey by 0.3%. Now, I will mention that I believe CNN and MSNBC are a lot slower than these. Do we have other? Okay, so I believe we just have CNN results. So we just have CNN results on this, but so some others. So CNN has it at 0.4. All right, let's see. This is Decision Desk. Decision Desk has it at 0.4. So either McCormick went ahead or Casey gained a little. So I'm not sure yet. So how much is in here? So this is 95% are in, and then on CNN we have let's see, 98% are in. So surprisingly, CNN is ahead when usually they are slow. So it looks like that that Casey actually gains a little bit as we get in here. So I'm guessing that will eventually show on Decision Desk. But yeah, it is extremely close. The Senate race is extremely close. However, I do believe Dave McCormick really does pull this off. Even if there's a recount, I still highly doubt that Bob Casey could win a recount vote, because if you want to count every vote, it's still going to have Dave McCormick as the winner. You know, getting, let me get back to those votes real quick. So if Bob Casey has 3,359,218 votes, and then Dave McCormick is 3,384,939, if you're going to count all those votes, obviously the votes are once again going to have David McCormick ahead as the leader, as the winner, and I believe David McCormick, even in a recount, will win the recount vote, will win. So I do really think that this having a recount isn't really that necessary. However, it's not my opinion that matters. It's the campaigns between Bob Casey and Dave McCormick. So Bob Casey obviously is already declaring, you know, probably for a recount. And it looks like we are going to get a recount here. But Dave McCormick and his campaign have said absolutely nothing. Dave McCormick believes that he is the Senate-elect and that he will go on to be Pennsylvania's next senator, along with Democrat Senator John Fetterman. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. Let me read a little bit more from this Fox News article I pulled up. So this was November 14th. I honestly don't even know what day it is, but I assume it's November 14th. If I'm wrong, then oh well. Pennsylvania officials announced Wednesday the tight margin in the Senate race between Bob Casey and Republican Senate-elect Dave McCormick has triggered an automatic recount under Pennsylvania law. Okay, so this is Pennsylvania law, and, you know, like it says, Fox News projecting McCormick as the winner on November 7th. And McCormick has since attended new Senate orientation in Washington despite Casey not conceding. Republicans are projected to have the Senate majority with 53 seats, the Democrats only having 47. Yeah, and it looks like that's going to be it. I do believe even if there is a recount vote, obviously that Bob Casey will probably lose, as I expect that many other agree with that. So we have with 99% reporting as of Thursday morning, McCormick has 3,383,676 votes, of 48.91%, compared to Bob Casey's 3,357,191, or 48.52%, a difference of 26,485 votes, or 0.39 percentage points. That is incredibly close. And according to Pennsylvania law, because it is that close, they have to trigger a recount vote. And I don't know if you remember, but the last time we had recount votes with several states, even though, you know, we're not having recount votes with several states, but the last time there was even a recount vote, I believe it was in 2020 with Joe Biden and Donald Trump, when there was a Georgia recount vote. And it turned out that when they did the recount vote in Georgia for the presidential race, it turned out that Joe Biden actually won even more more votes in the recount vote than Donald Trump when they did the recount vote, and Joe Biden actually gained like a bigger lead. So we could actually see that happen. We could do the recount vote, and Dave McCormick might actually have a bigger lead when he's like the projected winner in the recount vote. So we could see that happening, or it could be even closer. So, and there could be another recount vote. You don't know. But anyways, that has still yet to happen, and it's going to be exciting to see when they do a recount vote. If they do a recount vote, I think they will. So it goes, once counties... Oh, what happened? It kicked me down here. Okay, so once counties finish counting their ballots, they must begin the recount no later than Wednesday, November 20th. So, okay, November 20th. That is less than a week away. That is like 5 to 6 days away, or 4 to 5 days away. Like I said, I don't even know what day it is. I've been losing track here. But anyways, that is very close. So November 20th, we were getting that recount, and it must be completed by November 26th. That is less than 2 weeks away. That is over a week away. So that is going to be very exciting to see. And I can't wait. So the previous automatic recounts of the passage of Act 9 of 2004, the initial results of the election were affirmed. Result of the recount will not be published until November 27th. Expected to cost taxpayers more than $1 million, election officials said. McCormick's spokesperson said that the deficit is too high for Casey to overcome, which I actually agree with. I don't think Bob Casey could possibly win in a recount, as I've already said. McCormick probably already has that recount vote in a bag, and I don't really think. Obviously, Bob Casey is hoping that he becomes the victor in this recount vote, but I just don't see if it's happening. So there really is no path to victory when we are finished counting all these votes in this election we have now. Actually, hold on. Let me go to the. Here, let me go to. So there is no possible way with 5% of the vote left that Bob Casey could somehow come back from this lead that Dave McCormick has. But has he shrunk it? Sure, yes, he has. But still, there are not enough votes left to destroy that lead, overtake Dave McCormick, and be declared the winner. If that somehow happened, which I highly doubt it would, there's no way, but if that did happen, there still would be a recount. There still would be a recount. And I can't see the recount having Bob Casey just get all the votes necessary to defeat Dave McCormick, and I just don't think it's happening. Did I originally predict Bob Casey would win re-election? I did. I was wrong, and I do predict, and I do believe that Dave McCormick will win the recount vote on, oh my goodness, what was it? What was the recount vote? It was somewhere. Was it November 14th? November 20th. Okay, so he'll win the recount. I do believe he'll win the recount vote on November 20th. It's gonna be very exciting to watch. I will obviously keep you guys updated when it happens. Yeah, and it will be very exciting to see. But anyways, that is the video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, please like the video down below and subscribe, and follow me on Blue Sky at Vote Breakdown. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.